Hello, good day everybody. This is Cashew. I'm the author of Wholesome Vegan Cookbook. Today, again, I'm showing you a very simple tip, a very simple culinary tip. Not really a recipe, but because it's too simple to be called a recipe. But I hope this simple trick or tip can actually give you some idea for creation of more dishes. And if you have already gotten my cookbook, Wholesome Vegan, on the page 58, actually, there's this cashew cheese powder that goes with barley risotto. Okay, so the barley risotto will take quite a while to produce today. As I said, it's going to be a quickie. So we are not going to do the barley risotto, but instead we are going to make the cashew cheese powder today. And if you know how to make cashew cheese powder, which is so simple, basically it takes about 4 seconds only, and if you have it handy in your fridge all the time, and you realize that that will actually spice up a lot of your dishes in the kitchen, because it's very versatile, especially as I mentioned before, I encourage people to do more steamed dishes and more blanched dishes, but because they are actually very bland, when you do some kind of blanching or steaming, that's the most healthy way. But in order to make your dish more tasty, and so you have to come up with more sauces and also condiment which can be made very easily at home and very healthy. You don't have to go buy outside. So now I'm going to show you how to make a vegan cheese using just 2 ingredients. Cashew, yes, of course, about 200 to 250 grams of cashew, and maybe half a teaspoon, or not even half a teaspoon, maybe a third of a teaspoon of sea salt. And all you need to do is to mix both together and give it a quick blend for 1 second in the machine, in any kind of blender. I'm using Thermomix, of course, and I'm going to show you in a minute. And you realize that it's so easy to get this cashew cheese powder made up. Okay, so let's go for the action. Okay, now you can see here, I'm going to put in about 200 grams of this raw cashew nut. Okay, raw cashew nut, if you want to wash it or rinse it, you can wash and rinse it, but after that you have to take some time to do some dehydration. But for the quickie purpose, so we are going to use the raw directly. It can be eaten raw anyway. So I'm going to pour the whole packet in there. Pour the whole packet in there, and then put in 1/3 teaspoon of sea salt, or if you want to put in rock salt, it's also okay. And then I'll just give it a quick pulse. Very easy. Okay, so on this Thermomix machine, if you already have one, so I will go for turbo. And then 1 second, and just and then just give it a, oops, it should be 1 second, and then give it a spin, and then another 1 second, another 1 second, and 1 more second. Done. Alright, so let's open up and see what's happening in there. Haha. You get cashew cheese powder. Alright, so it depends on how fine you want, but today I think I want it a bit finer. So what I can do, I can just quickly do a quick mix using I'll just quickly bring down some powder, just a quick mix so that it evens up. Alright, so it's already done basically, but I want it to be a bit finer. But it's important to remember that you should not keep on blending it without stopping, because the heat will actually melt the oil out, and then it become a cream later on, or paste basically. So I'm going to do a quick one again. Okay, that should be done. Okay, don't overdo it. If you overdo it, it will lump into a paste later on. It become a cashew butter. Okay, so that is how you can actually get, you know, your cashew cheese done. See? All right, so you can just sprinkle this. What you can do is you can sprinkle this onto one of my favorite dish. Actually, I have got a favorite dish. Okay, I just got some steamed broccoli. I just got myself some steamed broccoli. Okay, so what I can do is I'm going to sprinkle some cheese powder on top. So that's how I usually eat nourishingly at home. Okay, so I'll have 2 teaspoons to make it really, really tasty. Maybe 3. Okay, and then perhaps we can also try putting on some, you know, some basil flakes. We can put on some basil flakes. Oh, sorry. Okay, so let's look at here. Okay, sorry, I didn't. Okay, I'm not very well versed on the live on the, you know, internet demo. Okay, I mean videoing. So you can sprinkle some on top. All right. So this is a basil flake. This is actually basil flake to make it a little bit more flavorful. And one dish is done. You see, it's so easy. And I promise you, this is very cheesy and very nourishing and also yummy to go with this steamed broccoli. All right. So I hope you have some good idea on how to create more new dishes by having a very super duper you know, condiment. Vegan cheese powder in your fridge, and usually I will just, you know, pack it up into a Tupperware and put it in the fridge, and it can last for multiple weeks basically. All right, so thank you so much for watching today.